Finger on the trigger.
Her tiny
Nice little
8-year-old hands barely fit around this gun. But Callie McCormack has more experience hitting the target than most kids her age, thanks to a father who served in the military and is now a firearms instructor.
Sometimes I think it's kind of weird, sometimes I think it's actually kind of cool.
We grew up with loaded firearms in our house from the start.
The sound still makes her jump, but she's learning lessons from Andrew that he's trying to spread to other kids just as young.
So what's my rule?
Guns are always loaded.
Guns are always loaded. And what's the 4 things we do?
Don't touch.
Stop.
Don't touch. Leave the area. Tell an adult.
Rules on repeat during his classes that first started in tragedy.
One of the local law enforcement officers had his 9-year-old son get his service weapon and kill himself. And it just struck me as such a tragic loss.
A loss McCormack says could have been prevented.
There's no accident. It's negligence.
But wasn't. Now with more tragic headlines and a changing world,
Society's gotten a lot more dangerous, if you will, so there's more and more people that are purchasing firearms for the first time.
McCormack is aiming to teach kids in Detroit Lakes how a gun works.
This is a Glock 17.
And just how fast it can turn dangerous.
Every gun's loaded because that easy, I put a bullet in it.
Out on the range, kids as young as 5 years old can see just how powerful different guns can be before putting the gun in their growing hands.
You know, you tell them 100 times not to touch the hot stove. You know, they don't get it till they touch the hot stove.
But here, McCormack wants these kids to touch the hot stove safely, with him at their side.
It's nice to learn about it when you're younger, so you'll know when you're older and make sure it's safe.
Knowing anything can happen if a child or any parent forgets the #1 rule.
What's my rule?
Guns are always loaded.
In Detroit Lakes, Krista Baim, Valley News Live.